Good morning. It's CJ, the real one, and I just woke up.
Oh god. Well, I'll do that in a second. What are we going to be doing today? I'm very glad you asked. So today is the first day of class. Oh my gosh. Just kidding. It's just school. I only have 2 classes today. And then after that, we have a couple other things to do. And I figured, why not vlog it on my vlog channel? So we're going to be doing that. First things first, we have to get dressed. Okay, and we also need to make sure that we are layering up because it's like 20-something, 30-something degrees out there. And I don't want to be freezing my ass off, so I have like 2 shirts, jacket. Now what we have to do is we got to brush our hair, wash our face. We have to wash our face, brush our hair, brush our teeth. We have to put on a smile because we're going to be going. And I hate getting my hair wet in the morning because it looks like poop. So hopefully it dries out in like 15 minutes. Or not dries out, but it dries in 15 minutes. But I am done getting ready, which means that now we can skedaddle downstairs and get us some breakfast. You know, it's so crazy how my roommate is not back yet and it's just the first day of school. For breakfast, I got the biscuit and I got the eggs and I got the coffee and the water as well. But I also got bacon and Okay, so I absolutely just housed that breakfast. I was intending to record while I ate, and I was gonna do like one of the montages, what's it called? I was gonna do a time lapse of me eating. However, there was a group of people sitting like right next to me on the table, directly beside me, and I would have seemed a little bit like a schizo if I was just recording and talking to myself. If it was just one person like with their earbuds in, that would have been one thing, but there's an entire group. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the dorm and I'll see you there. Okay, what are some things that we're going to be needing for class? First of all, we need a backpack, of course. And luckily this one matches with the fit too. Pencils, pick a pencil, any notebooks in case one of our professors doesn't want us using our computer. This is going to be the most important thing that we use today. It will be the most important thing that we use today. So we better make sure it's charged, which it's been on the charger all morning, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's at half. That's not a joke. I'm not trying to be hysterical. It's literally at half. It's at half battery. Since it's the first day of the spring semester, I highly doubt it's going to die within those 2 classes that I have. Next thing, water bottle. For water. And I believe that is everything. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to skedaddle on over to the building that my first class is in, because I don't think I've ever been to that specific building for a class. So I'm going to need to like find my way around the building. So let's go. So I got a little bit sidetracked. I had to stop and talk to a friend for like 30 minutes. So I kind of got to rush over there now. Okay, so I just came to the wrong building, which is fine. It's just the one across the street. Still just a little bit of a hassle for no reason. Literally tell me why you told me it was the wrong place on Google Maps. You're getting sued. Okay, I just finished my first class of the day, and it's funny because I forgot to tell you what it was. My first class was Introduction to the Universe. So basically we're learning everything in existence. I have really high hopes for this professor. He seemed very genuine, like he cared about what he was teaching. He was pretty clear about going through the syllabus, what's okay, what's not okay. He's funny, but low-key, he kept bringing up whenever you do your homework assignments, he didn't say don't use chatbots, but he was like, whenever I'm grading, I'm not gonna, put it into an AI checker, and so just don't use AI. Is basically the vibe that he was giving. And
he brought it up a couple times. And also, side note, if I ever even accidentally put like an AI image, AI soundtrack, AI music, anything like that into one of my vlogs, please point that mistake out so that I can take down the video and fix it. So we're going over to our next class now, which is critical thinking, which I don't know how to do. I've never thought before, so this class is actually going to be a big help learning how to think critically, logically. So let's get Adeline over there and get to learning, because knowledge is power. Class just ended, which means that the next thing I have to do is go over to the recording studio just upstairs and see if there are any available time slots for me to use said studio. And just like that, the appointment is booked for tomorrow. So that means it probably won't be a part of this video, but I definitely do want to do like a studio session vlog someday or another. Maybe I'll do like an acapella or something. I feel like that might be fun. But time to talk about the class. It was fun. The person next to me was very sweet, and the people behind me were also very nice. I'm excited to be with this new group of people. The professor, I'm a little bit iffy about. But it is just the first day, so logically, the class might not be too bad. I have high hopes. I'm gonna stay positive. This class will be good. The professor will do a great job, and that will be that. So now I actually do have to run a little bit of a side quest. I have to go to the financial services office and make sure that my scholarship got approved. And that goes into my financials. After that, we are going to either go to the library and study with friends, or more realistically, I need to shop. I need to get a bunch of stuff for my dorms, and I need to fill out my calendar for the year, because I already know this year is going to be hectic and chaotic. Fucking chaotic as shit. So I need to make sure that I stay smart and plan out everything.
Adrian.
Okay, just finished. Pause. Wait. Done at financial services. Everything went okay. The line was like 40 minutes long, which kind of had me stressing, because I was scared that after the line I was gonna have to wait in an additional queue to go somewhere else, but that did not end up happening, and it smells like shit out here. Sorry, I got that done. Now I'm going back to the dorms and placing an order. Do we think my roommate is back? He indeed is not. Am I surprised? Okay, so the order has been placed, which means that my stuff's gonna get here around, I think it said between 7 and 9, so I'm gonna have to keep a lookout on that. But I am very hungry. I need to eat something, so we're gonna skedaddle onto the cafeteria and get us a little bit of a late lunch, because this is the afternoon now. As you can see, I got the cabbage and the broccoli and the rice and chicken, but I also got the bev and a cookie. Yeah. I just finished eating, and it's so crazy because it's like every time I'm not recording, and maybe this is partially intentional deep in my psyche, but I've been hanging out with so many different cast members in my life today. Like, I ate lunch with one group, and then on the way back to the dorms I met up with another group, and then we all talked for a minute, and I just got off the phone with the person I was talking to at kind of the start of the video. Whenever I'm seeing everybody, dude, except for my roommate. Where is he? Where's
Adrian?
I gotta message him and make sure he's okay, because I actually haven't heard from him since break. The reason I haven't been actively filming like me hanging out with my friends is because I'm kind of like trying to like ease them into the idea of me vlogging, because I don't want to just come out with my camera recording and being like, hey, do you want to be my dream guest? I feel like it would be a little bit obnoxious for me to just like start hanging out with them and be like, hey, yo guys, this is so crazy, I'm hanging out with da. So maybe like, I don't know, because I was talking to some of them today about like my vlogs and like all the different side quests that I want to go on.
So, and they said that they were interested and they would want to be a part of it. So if you know who you are, just hit me up. So what else do we have to do today? That is a good question. I'm so glad you asked. We have to get the delivery of all the food and all the stuff for the dorms. And then after that, we have to plan the calendar. Okay. I have a little bit of an update. It is the next morning. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. I ate dinner, and then I went back up to my dorm, and then a little bit later, I went back down to the cafeteria to visit some other friends. And while I was down there, my package arrived, and I forgot to film it. I completely intended on filming it, but I completely forgot to do that. And I was going to film an update saying like, okay, I unpacked everything. This is where I'm at. Let's go ahead and do the calendar. But another friend ended up pulling up, and then I hung out with them for a little bit. And then it was 11 o'clock. So I went to bed, and I decided, since I wasn't able to complete my tasks for yesterday, I'm going to extend the video over into today because I have a lot on my plate today. So what are we doing today? 2 more classes. After that, we have the studio time between 1:30 and 3, and then after that, I'm going to go to my school's game room, and we're going to be playing, I think, probably ping pong or some sort of game with my other friends. Okay, so that's 4 tasks. And then after that, of course, we have the calendar. But of course, first, we gotta eat. And okay, I'm on my way to my first class, which starts in about like 7 minutes, and I still have a good 10-minute walk. So hopefully I can make it there in time. It is the first day of that class though, so if I am like 2 or 3 minutes late, it's not that big of a deal. Let's be so serious.
Adrian.
My class just ended. It was good. I had introduction to neuroscience, and I'm a little bit stressed just because neuroscience isn't my strongest subject, but I'm intrigued. I'm ready to learn about how the nervous system works. I'm excited. The professor seems good. He seems like he'll be a good professor. I'm not worried about his teaching style. The next class that I have is global issues. So I'm gonna go over there and I'll let you know how it goes. Class just ended, which means I'm on the way back to the cafeteria right now to get food. Funnily enough, class actually ended 30 minutes early, which means I have a bunch of extra leisure time on my hands now, which is great. I'm pretty excited for this course. I think it might be a little bit stressful. I'm probably gonna have to study a lot for not just neuroscience, but also global issues. I would say the professor seems a little bit strict, but don't get it twisted. I don't mean that the professor seems... I don't think that the professor is going to be bad just because they are strict. More often than not, I would actually say that the strict teachers would be considered better because they care more about the curriculum and program that they are teaching. But now I am going to go eat lunch, and then we're gonna head over to the recording studio. I got the taco and the rice and the nachos with, I think that's like shredded chicken or something. In the bev, I got sweet tea. I'm actually gonna film myself eating a little bit. I'm very nervous with these 2 classes, especially having these 2 back to back. Could be a lot on my plate, but not as much as this because I'm about to house down this meal. I've had the cafeteria Mexican food a couple times, but this is the first time it's actually passable as not bad. Oh, hello? Let's try the nacho. That was quite literally a mouthful. Like, I had to chew that so much. The chips were stale. First of all, these are stale. Okay, so I'm on the way to the studio. I'm actually almost there. Getting pretty close to getting there. So once I get to the studio, I'm gonna sit y'all down and I'm gonna tell y'all what I plan on doing in the studio. And I'm probably not gonna record the entire session, of course, but you know, I will probably set my phone down and be recording for like 15-20 minutes just to show you kind of like what the process is like and kind of how I do things in the studio. Welcome to the studio. Why is my hair like, why does it do that? It only flips on one side. Okay, hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. Welcome to the studio. Let me give you like a brief little tour. We have the pianos over here. This is a drum pad. Some guitars back here. And then the operating system over here. Now, we have the microphone, headphones, and, which actually I need to turn all this. Okay, I was messing with some knobs. Now what we're going to do is start recording, but first I need to, of course, select the song file, so let me do that real quick. All right, so I have the file pulled up here, and now I'm going to start working on the audio. So yeah, I'm just gonna be here singing for a little bit.
So on my phone slowly slides to where it just faces the ceiling. I forgot to mention that this is a remastered version, or I'm working on a remastered version of one of my older songs. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit after I show you the final product, but this is just like a demo. This is just honestly like practice for me to get better at harmonizing, because you can definitely hear some dissonance in some of the chords that I build with my harmonies. But yeah.
Fucking what?
La 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 la.
Okay, I'm gonna play you what I have of my vocals.
Breathe, let me breathe, let me speak, and hold my hand, breathe.
And with the beat, the melody on top of it, it sounds like this.
Breathe, let me breathe, and hold my hands, please.
So those vocals are they're just the demos. They're not gonna be the final result. That was just, this entire studio session was honestly just a chance for me to practice my stacking a little bit. And I noticed with this instrumental, it's a little bit hard in this chord that I'm in. So yeah, this studio time is definitely just for me to lay a couple things down, get a feel of the track, and basically make like a mini demo. But the final result will sound different. Okay, now it is time to go to the rec center and play some games with my friend.
Hi.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Hi, I'm Liam. Hi. Hi. It is for your professor, right?
Yes, this is for my professor.
Hi, Cone's professor.
Okay.
Hello. Are you starting?
Yeah.
I'm Caroline, and I'm really good at pool.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Nice. Hooray. Hooray. Whoa. Oh. Let's go. Hey. As long as I don't pocket it. Oh my gosh.
We left from the gaming room a little bit ago, and I've been back in the dorms working on my study guide, or not study guide, my calendar, as you can see. Hold on, let me flip to a better page. Yeah, see all my stuff. Look at it go. But I'm getting frustrated because the entire syllabus for my Spanish class is in Spanish, which I understand it's a Spanish class, so we're going to be hearing and writing and speaking a lot of Spanish. However, you did not have to make the entire syllabus a language that has to be, for me, you haven't taught me the words yet, so how am I supposed to dissect the syllabus without using Google Translate? I digress. I'm getting frustrated. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. My stomach is growling, so I'm going to go down to the cafe. So, the good news, I said the good news, is that the planner is complete. I don't know if I already made a video saying this, but yes, I did complete the planner. The bad news is that I have 2 assignments due in an hour and a half. 2 from one class. And mind you, it is the one class we didn't go over the syllabus in, and it is the one class that I was skeptical. It was the one class that I was skeptical of from the start.
Low-key in this clip, I'm just yapping about the same thing over and over again. The reason this was so frustrating is because the professor didn't tell us that we had an assignment due on the first day of class. So a lot of the students found out like right before it was due, a couple hours, whenever she sent the email saying, "Oh, remember to do the assignment."
Fear of the situation has been resolved, and the fear has been subsidized. Is that the right word? Wait.
Okay, subsidized was not the right word.
What I meant to say is both assignments are complete, and my fear has been lifted. I'm no longer worried about it. It is 8:43. Can you see that? 8:43. Or 8:43. Oh my gosh, wait, I need to get some sleep. It's 11:43. But yeah, the assignment is done. The calendar is done. As of right now, of course, I'm going to add stuff to it as
The year
progresses. I recorded my song. I hung out with friends, went to class, hung out with a bunch of friends off screen, unfortunately, but soon, you guys will start seeing them, okay? That is a promise. And
Age